Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your mate Animate Reviews because I'm your mate who likes anime. And today on another episode of the Year of the Rabbit, oh, that's the wrong side. Um, Chika Fujiwara from Love Is War. What a great series! What a great character! I didn't think I could hide the fact that I'm a Chika stan. Not as dedicated as some people, but she's definitely she didn't take long to grow on me. Let's just say that. Yeah, there's a lot to like about Chica, and for me, that made getting this worth it. I actually originally missed out on the fishnet version. When that was coming out, I was like just sort of like dipping my toes into figures, and I was actually I acted too late on it pretty much. So like I tried to pre-order it like just as the pre-orders were sort of selling out. It seemed like because I actually got two orders in at two different places. But they actually both emailed me and like, oh yeah, look, we don't have the allocation. You're last on the list. You missed out. Sorry. Which is, you know. But yeah, I was only getting into it at that stage, and I was sort of learning the dichotomy, and I learnt that Freeing often does bare-legged re-releases, I guess. And I sort of thought to myself that Chica sort of would suit bare legs, I guess. And I wouldn't, I wasn't going to be too sad if I couldn't get the fishnet version. And yeah, same thing again. There's like print inside the freeing box. I suppose I could get that out later. I'll try to get it out later. But yeah, here we are. There she is. Now, I think there was some complaints about this particular version, mainly to do with the hair. I guess I'm gonna judge that today. I thought the hair on Kaguya was fine. It was I thought it was fairly nicely shaded, and I didn't have any complaints, I guess. So here's the base again. It's just plain white. Now I think I don't mind this. I think white works well because then you can pair it with something else, or you could customize it even. So like for this class of figure, I think it's better to be white because less conflicting with other stuff. Yeah, this will match. Like it just being white just sort of removes it out of the conversation. It's like, it's like theater blacks. It doesn't conflict with anything. And yeah, like I sort of said earlier in an earlier take, you could easily customize that as well, which I think that's a good option. Now, I thought about this a little bit, and I'm actually going to do the ears now. So, these freeing bunnies come with like a ear stand-in sort of piece, which I think is really cool because I have had stuff in the past where like I get it out of the box and the joints like have like, I don't know, swelled in shipping or something like that. So I thought it was a really good idea that they've done that. So yeah, I'm going to insert the ears now while it's on this it's nicely cradled in the box. And yeah, same thing with the other one. These are like pulling teeth. They're terrible. But yeah, they just slot in. And yeah, it's nice having it in the cradle like this, just because I can really put the force on it and get it nice and deep in there. Alright, that's cool. And yeah, I'm just gonna lift her out. Oh, she's a bit slippery. Oh yeah. And oh, actually, I'm gonna put it back for a second. She's got a foot piece as well. I had a real hard time putting this on last time, but see how we go today. So it's on this foot, which is clear by the hole in it. Ugh. Yeah. Man, I think the thing with this, right, is like, oh, it's on both feet. I hope that was the right foot. It looks correct. Yeah, because her other foot has a stand here. Okay. Metal stand, by the way. Pretty cool. I think I forgot to mention that with the other one. It was quite sturdy when everything was together. So yeah, just getting that matching up. The other leg's slightly off. I suppose it relies on the stand to sort of keep it together. And yeah, I'm putting quite a bit of force on there just to make sure it's exactly in the holes and exactly flat on the stand. Yeah, it's pretty good. So, start getting rid of this rubbish. Oh! Oh no, she's got pants. Hang on, let me do her arms. Just gently removing those. Oh, what am I gonna do? Ah, oh, that's hilarious. So that's interesting. These protective sleeves are cylinders. They don't come off. I've got it pretty nicely in the stand. Just gonna cut them off. Oh my goodness. Okay. Crisis averted. Yeah, wow. I don't even want to look at it yet. Oh man. Wow. Okay, she's like looking down a fair bit. Kaguya was sort of like neutral looking, but Chika's like really looking down at you. Yeah. I think I mentioned this last time, but I don't particularly like touching the figures if I don't have to. Not because I don't have like I haven't got bad hand oil or anything like that. I just like to avoid it. Um, yeah. She's quite nice. Yeah, she's quite nice. First thing I'm noticing, it's quite a lot of butt. Um, yeah, that's quite a nice shape. Thigh gap as well. And her tummy's like quite. There's the indent for her belly button, and also like the bones of the actual bunny suit are sticking out more to me this time. And yeah, I said about Kaguya, was she had like her bunny suit was sort of like a warm black. This is a bit of a cooler black this time. That's really interesting that they're different. And I think her shoes are definitely different as well. Like Kaguya had the like pointed tip sort of triangle shoes, whereas Chika here has rounded toes. And the shoes overall are just sort of rounder and thicker, and they're probably bigger too. I'll have to compare them properly later. I'll stop. I'm just comparing out of thin air at the moment, but I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but she's like her line of sight's sort of down compared to the other one. Just sort of interesting. She's like really looking down at me, whereas Kaguya was just looking upwards, like she was sort of neutral, but Chika's definitely looking down. Down and then up. I can see her eye line sort of, yeah, her chin down, eyes up sort of thing. Um, which doesn't look bad, and realistically, I'm probably going to display her at a higher shelf anyways. But yeah, the breasts are quite nice. They sit nicely in the cup, and they're big, um, which is to be expected with Chika. The cleavage is quite a nice shape. And this the way they're sort of sitting on the chest, good, nice. I like that. Yeah, wow. Her hands are really nice as well. I'm just realizing they're depicted quite well. I love her sort of her pose, sort of. I don't know. It's nice. So the complaint I heard with at least with the fishnet version, was that the hair was flat. I don't feel that. I feel like it's got plenty of shading. Um, Maybe I need to go back and watch some other YouTubers and see what they were saying exactly, but to me, for a pink haired character, this is plenty of shading. There's shading within the shadowy areas, and there's also shading on her highlighted areas as well. And there's like the part at the back of her hair and stuff like that. And then obviously, just naturally, she gets a bit of uh, contour shadowing as well. Um, yeah, I think the hair's completely fine. There's lots of shape to it as well. I love the way it's sort of like it's two long parts that they sort of intersect. That's nice. Yeah, no, I've got no complaints about the hair at all. Her bow tie's a little wonky, if anything. I don't really love her. Yeah, the bow tie's got a lot of the under tie under it, which is sort of not my favorite thing. I guess you can't really notice it unless you're looking closely. It doesn't move; it's solid, so I think it's in there. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, let's talk about her face. Her face is really nice as well. Um, her open mouth is indented as well, which is cool. And yeah, her eyes are definitely more reflective than Kaguya's were. The nose is quite good again as well, and she's got a little bit of a blush too. Uh, yeah, that's really nice. But yeah, I think bare legs. I'm not regretting at all. I think bare legs are an asset to this figure. Um, if anything, I'm probably. I think I would have been. I think if I had have bought the fishnet version and then this had come out, I would have been a little bit like, man, I probably would have waited if I knew this was coming. Because I think this is quite nice. I've got Hayase in order as well. That got announced recently, so I'm gonna have Hayase, Kaguya, and then Chika in the middle. And I think it's nice that Chika's not gonna have her tights. I think that's gonna look good all together. So yeah, having them side by side, it's really obvious that like yeah, Kaguya's definitely got a warmer black, and then Chika's got it's cooler. It's like I'm not sure how they like. Obviously, it's just like a different mix of paint or like coating or something like that. But this definitely has like a light blue sort of tone to it, whereas this has like a dark brown sort of tone to it. But it's not even enough to be brown. It's just like a warm black, pretty much. It might even be like a red black. Like you know how like Darth Vader's like eyes are sort of red, but they look black on the film, but in real life they were red. Like that's what her bunny suit looks like. And yeah, Chica's a little bit shorter, which is more accurate, I think. It definitely suits her, and yeah, the shoes especially. I was right about the shoes. They're definitely rounded and bigger as well. Um, Sort of makes sense. And yeah, just to speak to the fishnets again, it for me in my head, I could imagine Kaguya has sort of a more refined bunny suit, so the fishnets sort of fit that. Whereas Chica's a little bit barer, more rash. And yeah, as for poses, I think they work together pretty well. I'm not sure how I would pose Kaguya-sama differently, but Chica's pose definitely works for her. I think, it just it's comes across how excitable she is and how she's having fun with it as well. Whereas Kaguya's obviously taking it a little bit more seriously. That's what's sort of fun about the bunny suits in general is that your characters wouldn't normally wear them, but the fact that we do have them dressed up like this, it sort of is fun to see how they look and react to being dressed up that way. Yeah, having the girls together, I would be content with that, but I'm also quite pleased they're doing I want to call her Hayase. I don't think that's right, but I'm pleased they're doing her as well. I think it'd be nice to have a third, and yeah, I'm just really really happy with these guys. I'll be interested to see if Kaguya's gonna get a bad leg version. She might do, but I think the demand for Chika was just quite high. I would imagine. Kaguya, not as sure she's got as many fans. Maybe Maybe she will. I think Love is War is quite popular too, which helps. Um, yeah, with that, guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Animate's Year of the Rabbit. We're gonna be doing another Bunny Girl next month, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to having Chika. All three of the girls on my shelf is gonna be a real nice treat. All right, see you guys next time.